But somehow, my naive mind, it kept telling me that you need to find your space where you could engage yourself, because I'm terrified with myself. I have a lot of anger, I have a lot of anxiety, I get bored with things very easily, and I could never fit into the system, any kind of system.
Even we get bored easily. So this makes a lot of sense for us.
हैप्पी एंडिंग। मेरा तो सब खत्म हो गया, मेरे तो किसी काम की नहीं है ये बातें। लेकिन जो लोग सुन रहे हैं, शायद आज नहीं कल नहीं, 5, 10, 15 साल बाद शायद कुछ।
बदलाव आएगा. And even if you think like Irfan Khan did, that world can be a better place, let us together make it one.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tushar, and this is Abhishek. And today, as you saw, we're going to be talking about Irfan Khan, and who recently passed away, as you all must be knowing. And it's a terrible loss for many cinema lovers like us also. And many of us are feeling a very personal loss somehow. I don't know why it is happening, but it is happening. I can tell you that it's been 2 days now, and it doesn't feel like Irfan has gone, but he has. So
It is
anyway,
unbelievable, sort
yes,
of
it is. It
unbelievable.
is. It is very much unbelievable. Although we knew about the cancer, and we knew
Yeah.
he was struggling and battling for his life, but it seemed like he will get back.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, as if you have watched our previous videos, you would be knowing that I do some movie reviews and blogs on my website, tushargari.com, which is will be in the description. And Abhishek has a poetry YouTube channel where called Whisper of Words, where he uploads regular poetry. His recent poetry is about the coronavirus, and it's a really good poem. You should check it out. I'll place the link somewhere up on the video, so you can check that out. And
The name of the poem is Kudrat or Corona. So I've
yes,
sort of
Kudrat or
compared
Corona.
like how nature's balance is getting restored because of the corona. So please
Yes,
do have a
Corona.
look.
Yes, this is a very this time has very different meanings for our lives, I guess. Let's see. So Irfan Khan, I was like reading up on him because that's what we do. Like when somebody is no more, that's when we realize the importance of that person. And like most of us, I was also reading up about his history and checking out how he started and how he used to do and what motivated him. And he started out with like TV serials, small roles and stuff from serials like Chandrakanta and Chanakya, which I haven't seen like much, but the previous
E-
generation might still remember.
Yeah, even I haven't seen such stuff. It, it's like we're not of that era. It happened like way before when we were born,
Yeah, I
actually.
think it was like 90s, early 90s. I think we were not even
It
born. I
was
think.
I guess it was 1880s. He started his career in 1886 or something.
Yeah, so
Maybe.
I guess it was 88 or 86 something. Anyway,
Yeah. So we'll not talk about that over here. We'll talk about
we'll be
something of
talking
this
about
era,
hmm, exactly.
something
We'll
that
be
we
talking
guys
about
have seen.
correct. So let's start with the movie of his. I think Abhishek, why don't you start?
Yeah, I really love his acting. The convincing roles he do. It feels like everything he do, make you believe that something is really happening. See, that is the beauty of cinema, I believe. See, when you watch it, you know it is not real. It is the convincing actor or convincing acting of the actor that makes you believe This is real. This is happening to him. He's feeling that pain. So,
Mhm.
so I'll start with that movie Madari. I guess you might have seen that movie.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes,
amazing.
Madari.
It's a really nice movie. How he had pulled up with, you know, the whole trouble of corruption. It's not, even we cannot say it is a recent scenario. It is happening right now. Stuff like that. Corruption is still there, and how he there was this one dialogue. I do not know how many of you guys have watched it. Please do watch it when you get time. I'm not adding any spoilers, but there's this dialogue towards the end of the movie where he gives you this hope, where
Yes,
you believe the change can happen, the change will come. With time, the change will come.
you
And
have
that
to
that is unbelievable.
make the change.
After you watch that movie, you feel like, yeah, करप्शन भी हो जाएगा यार खत्म इतनी भी कोई खास बड़ी बात नहीं है because he
Mhm.
did such a convincing role. You have to believe that guy. Amazing
Correct,
role he
correct.
have done in that movie. So that's it. You can watch other movies like I don't know.
I
Do
think
you
that
have
was the
some
only movie where which was very, very, very true to the corruption part. Other than, say, like, there were some movies from Akshay Kumar. I think, I don't know the name, but he had made some movies about corruption in roads and stuff. But but Irfan has always been about the emotional connect, like a
he's
real.
been more realistic, yeah.
Yes, he's been very, like, more realistic in terms that, instead of isolating an incident and making a movie about it, he's also been generalizing about it so that a bigger message can be conveyed, and which is
True.
usually his way. Like, Akshay Kumar has his own way of conveying message, but Irfan is completely different.
Also, where I see is, you know, there, some are born with the talent, and some, practice their talent to grow up to a height. What?
Mm.
See, I was reading it somewhere. It's not mine, but it was written somewhere. Why it feels like Irfan is not gone. It it is in our gut. Like, we want to believe that he's still there because
Yes.
with his hard work and his talent, of course, he made us believe that legends do exist. Anybody can have their own opinions, but like if we talk about actors like Varun Dhawan, like John Abraham, they're just fooling us around.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Anyway, yeah. So one of the movie I would like to discuss about him was Hindi Medium. Hindi Medium was the kind of
Yeah.
movie that, I think I saw on theater also, and it was
I
very.
guess we watched it together only. I don't remember, I
I
guess.
I don't even know when I watched it, how many times I watched it, but I watched it one or two times at least, and but it was very. It showed the education system, like how parents are dealing with the education systems, where,
Yeah, like
where there's a generational gap between the English and the Hindi education, you can say.
also the private and the public sector. Like how
Yes,
much
yes,
the
yes.
private sector is charging for for
Hmm.
the growth of one kid.
Correct, correct, correct.
And that makes you believe that education is a business right now. It is no more a it is no more about knowledge, I guess. That is where we are confused, Tushar, I guess. Knowledge and
I don't know.
education.
See, I think, no matter what it is, it has to be a business to be sustainable. Like, if you want to keep on teaching, it has to be a business. Like, like in the ancient times, also, the gurukuls used to have guru dakshina. So it was business always. It's just that the ethical part of the business, like, where do you draw the
The
line?
greed.
Yeah, where do you draw the line is the main part. In anything, like business, charity, hospital, like whatever it is, you can have a hospital at a hospital bed at 1,000 rupees per day. You can have a hospital bed at 50,000 rupees per day. But see, it's all about where do you draw the line, what you need and what you don't need. Where will you, but like, is the main thing. The business is a, like, economy is the basis of, for anything in life. opinion? Like, how will it
So,
work if there's no economy?
so putting it in a nutshell, you believe like somehow in our education, the missing part, or not in our education, we can keep it in business only. In the business, the missing part is ethics.
Yeah, ethics should be enforced more. Like, enforced as in, like, people should know about ethics, and people should be. It comes from a people's movement only. Like, if you are ethical and stuff like that.
Hmm. Hey, have you heard of Kautilya,
Kautilya, no.
Chanakya?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Chanakya Kautilya. Yeah.
Yeah,
Parents are
Chanakya and
watching
Kautilya
Chanakya
is the
these
same.
days. Yeah.
Yeah. It is the same person. So he wrote this book named Arthashastra. Have you heard of it?
Mm.
So I've
Yeah.
started reading it. Like I was reading it. So in that, he mentioned like ethics is one of the most important part in the business.
That's what I haven't read it,
See,
but that's what I said.
see, yeah, just like
And it is important.
complimenting you. That I'm just complimenting you. See,
Thank you.
see what I'm trying to tell you over here is,
Hmm.
you know, ethics. Now he says like without ethics, sorry, like without
Without this.
corruption, any business cannot, flourish. The corruption will be there. You do whatever you want to do, but corruption will
Mm-hmm.
be there.
Mm-hmm.
All you can do is lead by example, right?
Mm.
So where I believe the fault in our education system lies is not the kids per se, it is more
No,
of
it's not with the
teachers.
kids. It's not with
They're
teachers
not
also.
teaching the right things.
It's about mentality. It's not about kids or teachers. All our system in a, like, all our cogs in a system which has been taken majorly from colonialism. Again, many things that we Indians do are from colonialism. So
Yeah.
education system has also taken stuff from there and not improved. Like, we have not changed our education system in so many years that it's now obsolete. So
See, we have been trying, like the government have been trying to do that. If I remember correctly, it was Kapil Sibal when the time we
mm,
were studying in our,
yep, CC and stuff like
like
that.
matriculation and stuff like that, and it
Right.
was a pretty great system. I believe it
Mm-hmm.
was a good system. The system is like sort of followed in Germany and countries like that. They have great schooling systems. So,
Mm-hmm.
see, I ultimately, you know, if you remember it, we talked about it one day. You cannot decide which subject is your favorite from the teacher. We
Hmm.
cannot decide your favorite subject on the subject. You will decide your favorite subject on the basis of a teacher. If you love the
Yes,
teacher, you
that is
love the
true.
subject,
That
and
is
that
true.
is why I feel like teachers are messed up. I'm not against teachers. See, I have taught, I have myself taught, but I feel like there should be proper training institutes so that people can learn how to teach. That is very necessary. And obviously, uh, everywhere in the system the problems lie, but I feel like if that can be changed, you know it is like if that piece of the chain is changed, it is like, and then the moral values will change, the ethics will change, and it is like, it is simple now. If you put ethics in a kid when he's young,
Hmm.
right, they can go up to a later stage. You
See,
cannot, you should
I think
not.
it works that way. Why? See, there are two things here. One, see, if you like suppose there's a kid who knows ethics now, and like he's growing up, or he or she is growing up, and they just want, so when they interact with the real world, they have a bunch of ethics that they value, but the world doesn't value those ethics. So when the world doesn't value those, like, ethics, the kid is supposed to fight, but the kid fights, right. So what, so like two things happen there. Either the kid fights and fights and fights and basically dies, like, by dies I mean, like, the the fighting part dies and he submits to the society or the culture, whatever it is, or
Yeah.
he basically, like, he or she basically fights and has some change, thoda bahut change ho gaya, and that's it. Because you can't have a bigger change unless you have much more people involved and much more
but
decent
but
and
isn't
strong.
that the purpose? Isn't that the purpose? Like, You have to leave this world in a better place than it used to be. Can you
Yep.
do everything? Of course not. You're not God. That is God's
Mhm.
job, right? What we can do is we can, play minute roles. And as I keep on saying all the time, like, if not idealistic at the age when you are a student, then when?
Huh. It's true. It's true. Like after that, you like suppose if a kid grows up without ideals, that's even like worse.
You know, think
So
about it,
that
na?
like
If
that
we
is the
if
only
we
way.
if we grow up with realism all the time, or all you'll want to do is corruption after you get a job. Suppose you get into some public sector job. Suppose you get into a bank. Suppose you become the district commissioner of a city. Have we put our faith in good hands? No, of course not. So somewhere down the line, I feel like the whole game changers can be teachers.
Maybe so.
Yeah,
Everybody,
I remember
I
this
think.
incident. I was a kid. I'll share it. Sorry, but I'll share it. I was a kid. Somebody asked us in the class, like, what do you want to become?
Mm.
And somebody wanted to become a doctor. Somebody wanted to become like engineer. Some actor and model and whatnot. Nobody, no single body wanted to become a teacher.
Teacher, because it's not a
Teacher is the
attractive
last job
profession.
that you want to do, right?
And it's a reality also, like it's a reality also that
Hmm.
teaching is something which is okay, which is left to the people, okay, who don't want to move out of the city, or who are basically more like housewives, stuff like that. Like teaching is left to that group which is educated but doesn't want to be in the real world. That's how they like teaching is looked at. And to
True.
some extent it is true that yes, academic life is much different than a professional or a corporate world. And I would also like prefer, like everybody has preferences. I would also prefer a corporate life like more than a academic life. But that doesn't mean that academic life is bad, or it's like lower rank or something. It's just that so much, like so many teachers we've seen that are not passionate about teaching, that we are not able to sum up our passion of teaching.
Yeah.
Like
So
of course, like
we somehow need to untangle that situation now. We have to
uh,
somehow plug that hole.
maybe
See, that will be done. We come back to Irfan Khan.
let's
Like,
come
it
back to
was a tribute to him, and
right,
we,
right.
we,
I think
we
we
can
can
talk about
maybe we
some
can
other movie about him.
right. We can talk about a movie like D-Day. Do you remember D-Day?
Yeah, D-Day. So I
Yes,
would
yes.
like to pay my condolences to Rishi Kapoor also.
Rishi Kapoor
See,
sir.
it's a
Yes,
back-to-back shock, right? Like,
it was like
one day you get to know, like, Irfan Khan is gone, and the next day you're just waking up, and then you see Rishi Kapoor sir. He's also gone. It's insane. Like, God, it's insane. I don't know, but you should watch this movie, I guess. D-Day. It's great. Rishi Kapoor is there
right.
along with Irfan Khan, right? So you can watch it. Have you seen that movie?
D-Day. I think I have seen it, but I don't remember
See,
because
watch
it's like
that movie. It's nice. It's an interesting movie also. It's something based on terrorism and stuff. Even I don't remember. It's been a long time I've
all I
watched that.
remember is the song Alvida, which is one of the favorites.
Yeah. And then
Anyway,
and then there's this movie Irfan Khan did. Do you remember Lunchbox?
Lunchbox. Yes, yes. That was Ritesh Batra's first movie. Ritesh Batra
Yeah,
is a
that's
director. Okay,
mm,
his first movie was Lunchbox, and I recently got to know about a very interesting fact that Lunchbox's main lead character was offered to Shah Rukh Khan before Irfan, and Shah Rukh Khan rejected it.
right.
Why? Because Ritesh Batra was making his first movie, so Shah Rukh Khan never works with like debutant directors. Like he rejected this opportunity right out. Like I'm not gonna do this because somehow he's too big for this, whatever.
You
And
think
it
about
turned
it,
out.
if somebody rejected him for the debutant actor, he would have
Hmm,
never reached anywhere.
exactly. So
He,
Like
Yeah,
Lunchbox is good. Why? Because this is I think there are I don't know like correct me if I'm wrong, but Lunchbox is a only recent movie where Irfan and Nawazuddin are both there like together, because both of them are the actors that are very good in this age right now, and uh,
amazing.
and they both are never seen like, together because they both have a great presence on the screen, and it was a great movie. Like the concept they share, how a story can be weaved around a lunchbox. That was a very
Yeah,
pleasant
I've
thing.
seen it. I don't remember it or too. I'll watch it some. I'll watch it. I'll watch it today or tomorrow if I get time. I'll watch it on Sunday. Tomorrow Sunday.
I don't, who cares what day it is?
Yeah. See, it's
Anyway,
still
so
it's
yeah,
still
let's talk about
unbelievable.
uh, Irfan Khan has also been very noticeable in the West. He has done some British films, some Hollywood films, uh,
Yeah, true.
and
He'll be
like one of
missed
the most
everywhere, right? He'll be
yep
missed
yep
everywhere, I guess.
like one of the most notable films that he did was Life of Pi
Life of Pi, man.
in the West. Like
That's
he
next level. That is next level.
like that book is like was very famous, and the movie became much more famous. And
Mm.
I think
Yeah,
Ang
all
Lee,
credits to his acting.
yeah, I mean he uh, he was there in some part of the movie. Like he was playing the older version of the main character. So
Mm.
the like much of the movie was about the younger character, but I think Irfan's narration was there, so it was
Yeah.
very different. And like it's one of his most famous movies for the West, and it's also a very like moving movie. Like you can watch it and you can think, okay, where am I and what is this and stuff like questioning like questioning.
Existential crisis
Yep,
that
existing crisis.
happens with you a lot of times. I know.
Yeah, yeah,
It happens with both of us, I guess.
correct. Anyway,
Chalo.
uh,
Anyways, is there any other movie in your mind, right? I
I
remember
think there
that
was
movie.
this
Have you
one
seen
Billu movie,
Piku?
but where Piku, yeah, there's Piku also, there's Billu also.
Billu, right? He's been such a versatile actor, man. He's done Pan Singh
Correct.
Tomar. It
Mm.
was
I
a,
recently I recently watched Karwan. Karwan was very good. Like of course the plot is given away by the trailer only. Like you watch the trailer and you know कि story किस बारे में है majorly. But when you watch the movie and it's like it's much more than the plot. Like you see like it's about death also. So like uh, I usually don't like cry that much, but I did have like, watery eyes after watching that movie because that movie was about death, and I watched it on the day of his death only, and it was like a sad experience. A sad
uh,
experience that we can smile about. That's what we do, right?
there's Mithila also in that, no? I guess
Mithila,
in
Mithila is a movie.
Karma.
Who Mithila?
No, Mithila. I don't know that chick in the movie with
Oh,
curly
okay.
hair. Her
Okay.
name is
I
Mithila
don't know what
Parker or
name.
something.
Okay. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, she's a good. She's nice. I've seen her.
Both
I
the
don't
actors were
remember.
nice.
I've seen her
Both the
somewhere.
other actors were nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had also seen her face somewhere, but I don't remember. So I was like, it's very
I've
random.
seen her in Little Things. Do you know about Little Things? Leave it. Not
We'll talk about
important.
it later. Correct.
You know
Let's
when
end the
you were
video.
when you were telling me about that thing, no?
Mhm.
That Shah Rukh Khan thing with the director.
Right.
So that see when you said about Billu, see it all connected in my mind. Billu is a great movie. You know when you feel
Correct.
like demotivated of that that you could not achieve what you wanted to achieve in your life, and the role of
Mhm.
friendship in everything. It's great. You should watch Billu also. It's a nice
I have
movie.
watched it, but I just forgot because it was so long ago. Like we were in school, I think, when it was released somewhere.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I guess we were in. There was some controversy also on Billu Barbar and
Some
Billu or
barber
something.
something.
I don't know why. Like why do they like change names? Like do they think like we are stupid or something? Like Padmavati and Padmavat, would we not get the difference? Like Padmavat तो कोई नई movie आ गई,
It's about
Padmavati
technicals.
कुछ और थे.
See, that's what thing
I
ना.
don't know what they are trying to do.
Lawyers talk about technicality. इज्जत गई तो बन गया, right? Anyway,
चलो
our
anyways,
heartfelt condolences to anybody who's feeling this loss, because we are also feeling this loss very well, and it has been a sad April. Like we like almost like 28 days of April went by like this, and these 2 days were the hardest. The last 2 days of April. It's just the only thing we'll remember about this month is Irfan and Rishi Kapoor
True.
because of the lockdown. Like nothing else happened.
May their soul rest in peace, and we'll be signing off today.
Yep.
Thank you. Bye.
Yep. But